phones and tablets all the time. All right, and all the things I tell you are in no particular order of importance. It's just whatever is most important to you. But let me tell you a way to get publicity using Google Alerts and the concept of newsjacking. That's a term that was invented by one of my previous guests, David Meerman Scott. I don't know what episode that was, but he's a cool guy. So, one of my martial arts teachers and good friend, Alan Baris, is an active shooter expert. Unfortunately, we need those nowadays. But anyway, so I told him, put all the terms related to active shooters in Google Alerts. And then you will get notice of when an active shooter event happens. And then you can go Google the news outlets in the area where it happened. So, for instance, I'm just making this up. I don't know about any active shooting events in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So then you get notice, or he gets notice of an active shooter event in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He calls up the radio and TV stations in those areas that he Googled by finding those on Google. And then he presents himself as an expert on active shooters. And this is newsjacking. See, it's much easier to get publicity when something's already in the news. That's the David Meerman Scott. He's got a whole book on it called Newsjacking. So I've read it years ago and I've been doing it myself for a long time. So that's a way to get publicity is find out when something about your thing happens that's going to be mentioned online, and then you can jump on it. And if it's newsworthy, I mean, maybe if a new plumbing thing was invented, that's not gonna that's not gonna be on the major news. But if it's something that is major news related, you can get lots of publicity by just presenting yourself as an expert because they're talking about that topic. And then anytime that topic comes up, if you did a good job on your interview, you're going to be in their file to call the next time that topic comes up automatically. They'll call you automatically. See, so that's newsjacking and publicity using Google Alerts. All right, now another thing is keeping track of your brand. It's one of the cheapest forms of reputation management. So what you do is you put your name and your company name in there. Now, what if you have a common name like David Scott? Well, he branded himself a long time ago with a unique middle name, Meerman, David Meerman Scott. So he branded himself years ago like that. But maybe you don't want to do that, or it's too late in your career to do that. So let's say your name is John Roberts. You can put your name, and again, I'll use plumbing. Let's say you're in the plumbing industry. You could put your name, John Roberts, in quotation marks. You'll learn why shortly of why I put quotation marks around your name, and then add the word plumbing. So this will cut out all the John Roberts that aren't associated with plumbing. Now, you would put in a separate alert for your company name. Maybe it's, let's say, Same Day Plumbing. And by the way, you can have up to 1,000 alerts per Gmail account. So don't hold back. I mean, the only reason you would hold back is if you were getting too many alerts per day for stuff that's unrelated to what you were looking for. And that's probably because you didn't target your keywords carefully enough. Oh, and another thing, maybe there are other companies in different states that aren't you named Same Day Plumbing. Well, you can filter them out by putting in a geographical area that you want to concentrate on. Okay, the same way you can keep track of yourself, you can keep track of your competitors. I was even using it to track the scumbags I was going after in my Scam Brigade consumer advocate role. And you can check out the trailer to our show in development called scambrigade.com. But when they put out, your competitors put out a press release or someone else praises them or rags on them, you'll know about it. And you can use that information to improve your business. And the bad information you can find out about them can be used to knock them down. Typically, if you're making a sales